In the style of Gaur Gopal opening hog with humor and relatability good morning everyone. Questions. Or should I say, good morning, becał se tac w chat or mornings fel like istity. Twarz z otwartymi ustami i roześmianymi oczami de alam rings and velgo pfive more minutes. But gues w chat, to se 5 minutes become 25. And son ve are sprintig like usain bolt just to make it on time. Ve alant van to have great dice, a jeve succes stai sam, ans fel pestionfu, but ve forge con a simple rule. Hof you start your day determines hof you day will go. Questions. It's like a plane, if the take office smos deflictu su allis. Anti van to tell you todai. You don't need house, you don't need expensive retreats. All you need is just 20 minutes to start your day right. That's all. Muschy 20 minutes. Becał se let's be honest, a nothing more than that we won't do it. Or mind will make excuses o to obusy. To tiret, tomorrow of maibe, I but 20 minutes. That's shorter than an episode of a Netflix show. Shorter than an argument with your spouse. Uśmiechnięta twarz wartymi roześmianymi oczami sole meszary with you 10 kings. E asy things, you can do intese 20 minutes, that will truly hang your life. Klawisz 10 key points 2 minutes e achien. Don't touch your phone first thing. Don't wake up with your phone. Wake up with your soul. The phone is not your friend first thing in the morning. Social media is not your sunrise. Imagine the moment and you wake up. You see someone's vacation in Greece. Another we got promoted. Another friend got married. And here you are in bed. Bad brand bad spine. Uśmiechnięta twarz z otwartymi ustami oblana zimn potem start your day z comparison denar. Brease. Questions. Just for 2 minutes brease consciously. Inhale pace. Exhale stress. Your breath is your anchor. No Wi-Fi nie edet, no subscription required, just you and your breath. Dmuchające itself sur nervous system, focuses your mind, and remains you. Peima live, ust investions set, I gratitude that sound your blessings nongtofs. Think of 5 things you are genuinely grateful for. Your eyes, questions home, your family, your heartbeat, we always focus on what's missing. But peace comes from no teaching what's ale terra. Ust questions. A grateful heart is a magnet for miracles. 4. Drink water full your temple before yoke in the world, take in some water. Questions. On a glass of warm water with lemon or just plain. That's all. Hydration is happiness. Think of it this way. You are not a phone that starts the day at 3% battery. 5. Questions. Affirmations talk to you spend 2 minutes saying powerful affirmations. Pia menog, idiam psalm centered and focused. Eo today will be a beautiful day. Ericho se peace over panics, citem with conviction. Look in the mirror and remind yourself, questions, you are not your problems. You are a power in progress. 6. Movement stretch oval take 20 minutes and just move your body. Stretch. Walk do a flict yoga poses hy, becał se your mives in your body. If the body is stiff, the min become stuts. Questions, you net a gym. Just use 20 steps around your room, visa smile can make you feel alive. 7. Questions. Reat o listen to something inspiring instead of strolling fed your mind. Reat on a page from a good book. Or listen to a podcast. A verse from scripture or even a 2 minute inspirational video. Remember bage in garbage out. Greatness in greatness out. 8. Visualize your day dake 2 minutes and visualize your day unfolding beautifully. Picture yourself handling meetings with confidence. Traffic with patience. Family with love. When you can see success in your mind. Questions. You're halfway to 9. Set an intention, ask yourself. Of hat is on a thing you want to achieve today, not 50 tasks, used on a clear intention. It brings clarity and purpose. You don't wake up to run in all directions. You wake up to walk with direction. 10. Smile jens. Just smile and 20 minutes with a big, gentle smile. You knows the kind of smile that size. I might not have everything figured out. But I trust the journey. I becał se life response best to a smiling soul, uśmiechniętaż o roześmianych oczach gwiazdki closing. The power of tese 20 minutes my friends, tese 10 minutes mają smile. but their sets of pace, sets of clarity, sets of success. You don't need to hang your life in a day. You just need to hang your morning every day. Questions. As Bhagavad Gita says, a person who is steady in the beginning, in the middle and in the end, attains success. Your morning steady, and you'll see the full day transforms. Zapakowany prezent final message so tomorrow morning. Ksiądz. Give yourself 20 minutes, not for the world, not for work, but for your soul. Because for you conquer the world. Questions. You must fisk onto yourself. And always remember, don't use go to die. Grow through the day. Thank you so much. Złożone ręce. Imes question is. You open your eyes in the morning. And the first thing you see is the sunlight gently streaming through your window. Or the peaceful face of a loved one laying beside you. Or even the calm silence of a brand new day. It's your phone screen, lit up with notifications, messages, emails, headly Instagram reels. A world of noise, before you've even taken your first conscious breath of the day. Let me ask you something very simple. If the first thing you feed your mind in the morning is house, can you really expect peace to follow? We are living if her connection is constant. Yet disconnection from ourselves is growing faster than ever. The phone questions. At all that was supposed to serve us not masters our mornings. Before we even spoken a word to another human being, we have absorbed their people's lives, drama, nerves, and events, all within the first 5 minutes of our day. And here is the real danger. When we grab our phones immediately upon waking questions, we're not just asking messages, we're handing over our emotional state to the outside world. You open WhatsApp and see a stressful work message. You open Instagram and see someone on a beach in Bali. Questions. You open Facebook and see that someone else got married, bought a new car, or achieved something big. And in an instant, your pace is gone. You're comparing, you're worrying, you're reacting. But what did you do for yourself? Questions. Think a farmer. If he wants a good harvest, he does plant seeds at night during a storm. He hoses the morning. When the soil is fresh, the leek is soft and the wall is still. Your mind is like that soil, and your thoughts in the morning are like seeds. What are you planting in the first 10 minutes of your day? Let me tell you a little story. There was once a young man who was extremely successful but often stressed. On a morning, he rushed into a meeting late and completely flustered. His mentor, an elderly monk, noticed and asked him questions. Of what happened, the young man replied, he was just replying to some emails, asking the nerves, updating the status. The monk smiled and sighed, but in doing that, you forgot to skin with yourself. This fit the young man deeply. That day, he decided he would look at his phone the first 30 minutes of waking up. Instead, he sat quietly, had a sip of tirata 5 lines from a book and used breathed. Over the next 5 weeks, he noticed something remarkable. He was calmer, more centered, and his productivity, it had to went up. Because when you start to die from the inside out, you take charge of your energy, your mood, and your focus. Questions, no matter how smart, should be your emotional compass. Questions, you don't need to ask how many likes you got feel you were asleep to decide how was or loved you are today. In fact, ask yourself this. Do you really want the first dwojice uherach morning to be a notification ping? Z questions, offering your dwojice for a hange, the one that says, po good morning, today is a fresh chance to live better, to feel lichter, to be kinder. Enough some mixai, pobud I use my phone as an alarm I understand. But even then, questions, what if you just turn it off, and it immediately starts scrolling? Questions. Fa you placed your phone in another room at night and to set a basic alarm clock instead. Because this is not about technology being bad. Questions. It's about creating sacred space for yourself in the most important part of your day, the beginning. Questions. Le give you a simple analogy. Imagine if someone knocked at your door every morning. The moment you woke up and shouted, "Look at me, look what I bought. Look what happened in the world. Look how successful I am. Wow, let you into your home." Questions. Probably not, but will it happen every day when we start the morning with a stroll. Instead, trees, wake up shit up stations. Let your mind settle before you talk your phone. Let your thoughts land before the world bombards you with its noise. Look outside your window. Say a prayer if that's your path. Smile at the silence. Make a promise to yourself. They will not allow someone else's urgency to steal my serenity. Questions. I bet at that moment, that sacred morning moment, is where your powerless smarts. Used 10 minutes without your phone. You'll fail awkward at first. Like you're missing something. But soon you'll realize you're not missing out. You're returning home. Questions. And in that home, your inner world lives space, clarity and purpose. You see, it's not about a digital detox. Questions. It's about a soulful connection with yourself. So tomorrow morning, when your eyes open, questions. Give your heart a chance to speak before your phone does. Listen inward before you stroll outward. And you'll notice, slowly, questions. Your mornings will stop being something you survive and start becoming something you cherish. And that, my friends, is the first step to starting your day and your life. Right? Questions. It's this natural thing we do. We don't need to think about it, plan it, or schedule it. From the moment we were born, be interested, silent, loyal, bracing. Yet ironically, it is the very thing forget to do properly in our fast-paced, hyper-connected lives. Have you ever noticed how a baby breathes? Slowly, deeply, with the recent fall of their belly, so peaceful. Questions. That's how we all used to breathe until life got complicated. Deadliness, traffic, notifications, questions, expectations, everything around us started demanding our attention. And we started breathing like a very running, marathon, rapid and something barely at all. But the beauty is this, even the hamidst algebras is always there for you, always waiting, patiently, to bring you back home to yourself. Let me take you through a common scene from daily life. We stood in traffic, you relate, the horns are blaring, your phone is ringing, you clench your jaw. Your shoulders tighten, questions. And then without even realizing it, you're holding your breath. Or maybe you're in the middle of a tough conversation. Someone criticizes you unfairly. You want to defend yourself. Your head pounds, your palms sweat. Your breath becomes shallow. Questions, and suddenly you feel like you've lost control, not just of the situation, but of yourself. Now here is the truth, because your breath is not just a biological function. It is your remote call to inner peace. Imagine if every time you fell overwhelmed, questions, you told just press a button that instantly lets you down. That button is your breath. Let me share a story. Tere was onze jong executive for livet et a stress life stille. He was successful, yes, but always yours, always tired questions. His mind never stopped running, som read som mendekena meditation retreat and talks capital heaven. The first day questions. The tiger side to todai we wildo justone ting brease. Idee executive lauge. That's it, questions. I came all the way here for that. I would be the end of the retreat after hours of learning to brease consciously. Slowly questions. Depi vis awareness. He realized that the solution to his lifelong restlessness was never outside of him. It was within, in his breath. From then on, he started his mornings by just sitting silently for 5 minutes, focusing only on his breathing. No phone, question the least. No rush, just breath. And over time, his life halget, he became focused, less reactive, more present. But also, breathing deeply is not just a spiritual concept. It's a scientific superpower. Questions. De bracing activates your parasympathetic nervous system, tells your body, po your safe. Relax. Your heart rate slows, your blood pressure drops, your mind clears. Antalitagvarenesis trutis. Tomorrow morning, the moment you wake up, tunes. Instead of jumping out bed or grabbing your phone, you sit up and brace. Questions. Inhale slowly through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold that breath gently for 4 seconds. Exhale through your mouth for 6 seconds and repeat. Questions. Feel the air enter your body like if entering a temple. Feel your head rise, your mind soften, your heart open. You are not doing this for anyone else. You are not doing it to be productive or successful. Questions. You are doing it because you deserve to feel pace. Simply because you are alive. Some of you thinking we need big things to feel better. A vacation, a partner, or more money. But most of the time, questions. Wchad we really need is to just come back to the present. To take a moment to pause, to reset, and that moment comes through breath. Questions. It's portable. It does sare wchad religion you follow. Wchad you have, wchad mistakes you have made. Questions used gives without judgment. Think of your breath like an old friend. Onefo has been with you from the very beginning. Questions. For has witnessed all your joys and sorrows, your victories and failures, and yet has never abandoned you. When you're angry, your breath hangs. When you're afraid, it becomes sticked. When you're at peace, it flows naturally. So if you not reverse the process, if you wait for peace to come to you, if you not use your breath to create the peace. Questions. Even in middle of a busy day, if you're in an office meeting at home with streaming kids, or stuck in line som you can return to your breath. Nobody needs to knuff, but you'll knuff, and your nervous system will thank you. You don't need to become a monk in the Himalayas to experience the power of breath. You just need to be here enough. On a breath can hang your moment. Then the breath can hang your mindset, and making it a habit can hang your life. So tomorrow and every morning start with your breath. Before the death of faith, question the house. Before the world calls for your attention, return to yourself. You don't need to search for peace. Use breath, and you will find it was always right there, waiting for you. Questions. In the quiet stillness of morning, before the world starts demanding things from you, before the notifications, the deadliness and responsibilities start pulling you in every direction, there exists a golden window. A moment to hose of you want to feel questions tinive. And within that moment, if you can just pause and reflect on what's right questions, instead of immediately thinking about what's wrong or what's missing, you'll start your day on a frequency that no house can disturb. Questions. That's the power of gratitude. But sadly, we live in a world that trains us to focus on lots questions, other tillsammans we don't have enough. Social media tells us we're not doing enough. Society tells us we're not being enough. Questions. And without realizing it, our talks every morning begin with questions like questions. Povhy dit sleep well, povhy is my life not like theirs, povhy do I have to go to tisio pagain, bovhata is still missing. Let me ask you questions. If you start your day with a mind full of complaints, can you really expect it to end in contentment? Gratitude is not just a feel-good concept, it's a mental, emotional, and spiritual revire. It's the practice of reminding yourself that you already have so much and that your life, as it is right now, may be someone else's dream. Think about it. When was the last time you were grateful just for the fact that you woke up? Questions that your eyes opened, your heart beat, and your lungs filled with air. Without you even having to ask, let them take you into a simple, realization situation. You wake up in your bed feeling tired, maybe a little stressed, and the first thought is spoke, and was to die. A but pause for a moment, what if instead you talked, Then thank you that I have a bed to sleep in. Is kwestionu that I have a roof above me. Ibo thank you that I woke up, bet sauce someone some fhere dit. Questions. I thank you for an oser to live growth and bet some better. I see 2 days reserved for big moments, like getting a promotion, buying a new car, or going on a vacation. Questions. To se are occasional peaks. Gratitude is most powerful when it's practiced in the simple, in the routine, in the ordinary. Tere was ons always semet careful, no matter what's happening in his life. A friend ons asked him questions, cause you said, how are you always so salmant joyful? The man smiled and sighed every morning before I opened my eyes. Questions. Is I thank you at least 5 times? I thank God for my body, for my family, for my prayers, for the day ahead. Questions. And for the things I take for granted. I don't let the world in until leveled gratitude in. Is simple, powerful, transformational. Questions. Let me tell you something. The happiest people are not the honest who have the most. They're the honest who appreciate the most. You can have a lot and still be miserable. And you can have just enough and still radiate joy. The difference is awareness of blessings. Treat this tomorrow. As you show in bed, or before you begin your morning routine, take 4 minutes and mentally list 5 things you are grateful for. Take and be small questions of tea, the smell of a hilt, the sound of being outside, a good night's sleep, the comfort of your home. Those questions, a parent who supports you, a partner who stands by you, a job that pays your bills, a friend who listens. Questions, a set on hands messing that on the semet lost. Don't just think of fail, tell them. Questions, let the feeling of appreciation fill your chest, smile as you remember a blessing. Let it melt away the tension, soften your emotions, and uplift your spirit. Becau se heres de secret. When you begin your day in gratitude, the day unfolds with more to be grateful for. You attracts what you focus on. A grateful heart notices more reasons to be thankful, even in difficulty. A complaining heart finds faults even in abundance. On of the great spiritual tigers on the side, tunes to the tunes fat we have into a nog, and fat a profound trust is questions. We keep passing por more becau we forget how to value fatis. Enough, I'm not saying your life is perfect. None of our lives are questions. There will always be something missing, a goal unfulfilled, a relationship that hurts, a situation you wish very different. Questions. But gratitude is not about ignoring the pain, it's about honoring the God that exists alongside it. It's like a sunlight in winter. Questions. Even things are thought warms remains you, not all is lost. There is still hope. Tell like. So tomorrow morning, don't just rush into the day. Sit for a moment, put your hand on your heart, take a deep breath, say to thank you, thank you. Say it for your breaths, say for your strengths, say it for the lessons, say it for the people who tired. Questions, say it even for the struggles, becau se tema de uvise. Gratitude is not a horror, it's a hoice on it that transform not just your morning, but your entire life. The question is not whether you have enough to be grateful for. The question is, are you not teaching it? Questions before you react for your phone, before the of breaths, even before the talks your to-do list start marching into your hellica parade. Ask responsibilities, pause questions, and drink a glass of water, not just casually, not as a background activity, but consciously with presence, with gratitude. Becau se that simple act, often ignored, often rushed, is not just hydration. It is healing, it is fuel for your temple, the temple called your body. Let me remind you of something very simple. Your body is over 70% water. Your brain, your muscles, your heart, your skin, they all depend on water to function. Yet most of us wake up after 6, 7, 8 hours of sleep, having gone an entire night without a single sip, and the first thing we put into our body is caffeine. o sugaugar, or stress, imaginetis, yo le ave jurtsar parket overnight, yo come out in the morning questions. And before even turning on the engine or headsking the fuel, Joslang accelerator, what will happen? That's as putter struggles. Maybe even stalls, but also it wasn't prepared to move. Your body is the same. The first thing you put into an morning sets on your digestion, your energy, your mood, and even your mental clarity. And there is nothing more purifying, activating more supportive to your entire system than a simple glass of water. Let me share a true story. A friend of mine used to wake up every day feeling groggy. His eyes very heavy, his head cloudy. He thought maybe he wasn't sleeping well, or maybe it was visage. He tried sleeping more. Didn't help. Tried taking vitamins. Questions. Still didn't help. Then on a day during a wellness seminar, the speaker said, po your fatigue mig not bebecause of a lack of sleep. It mig bebecause of a lack of water. It sounded too simple, too easy, but he gave it a three questions. He started drinking on a large glass of water every morning. First thing after waking up, within a 5 days, questions. His morning grogginess disappeared, his focus improved, his digestion felt lighter, his skin began to glow. And all he hanged was water. We often look for complicated solutions to simple problems. But nature's wisdom is always in the basics. Questions. Drinking water morning helps flush out toxins that your body has worked all night to process. It starts your metabolism. Questions. Hydrates your brain of alone is responsible for your mood, memory and concentration. Questions. And even helps regulate your appetite for the rest of the day. But here is the catch. You have to be intentional. Questions. This is about gulping water down like a hore. It's a burning that moment into a morning ritual. A ceremony, a silent message to your body that says, poi respectation you, nourish you, pour the water into a glass. Hold it with both hands. Look at it. This is living liquid form. This is the same element that flows through rivers, fills oceans. Gwen has the earth and sustains a very living being on this planet. And of it's entering you. Take a ship slowly. Questions. Feel it move down your throat. Feel it wake you gently from the inside out. Let it cleanse yesterday's residue. Preparing you for today's possibilities. We often talk about self-love. We post about it. We retake what is about it. But real self-love starts with small acts. And one of the purest acts of self-love is hydration. But also when you drink water mindfully, you're not just feeding your body, you're telling your entire being, we want you to thrive. I some people say, we don't like the taste of water. But maybe the issue is taste. Maybe it's attention. Try infusing your water with lemon, mint, cucumber or ginger. Make it beautiful. Make it saturated. Treat it not as a task, but a gift. Questions. In many spiritual traditions around the world, water is more than a drink. It's a symbol of purity, healing, questions, and connection to life itself. In temples offered with prayers, in rituals, it's used for cleansing. Even in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, "Puyam the taste of water." Imagine that. Divinity expressed in so amazing, so simple, so pure, so essential. Your body is not just a machine to be fueled, it's a sacred vessel. And what you pour into it, especially at the start of the day. Questions you're offering. No, let me be practical to. Try keeping a glass or bottle of water by your bedside. So when you wake up, it's the first thing you see, not your phone. Not your list of problems, but a reminder to care for yourself. Questions. If you use a morning journal, write a small line jak day. Po to da i hydrate me body with love. And notice over time. Questions. How this on a habit starts to hang how you feel, not just physically, but mentally and spiritually. But also some teams. The smallest shifts in your inner lead to the biggest transformations in your life. So tomorrow morning, and every morning after that, before anything else, drink water. Drink it not just with your lips, But with your awareness, let it be your first prayer. Your first acts of self-care, your first step toward honoring the divine design of your body. You just need to be perfect. You just need to be present. And in that presence, even a glass of water betsomes a pasto healing. Questions. To enegto about ifuli avakenet die. Questions. Before the voltens of who you are, you must remind yourself of who you truly are. Every single morning. Questions. Dem open your prayers you have a hoitze. Eiser all of your talks to drift into the same old voices, dopes, questions, or take a control of your inner dialogue with yourself with power, kindness, and belief questions. That's the art of affirmations. Not some magical hand, not an illusion, but a powerful and proven method to shape the way you think, feel, and live. Affirmations are not about lying to yourself. They are about resonating to the truth that of gets buried beneath stress, criticism, and self-doubt. Questions. But also let's be honest, in the noise of everyday life, it's easy to forget or was. It's easy to wake up and instantly remember what we ask, what went wrong, or what we haven't bezomet. But what yet? Questions. Instead of starting your day with him tired, already have so much to do, your pain not got enough. You started it with questions. Am enough. I am salm confident and capable. E po todaj I hose peace over pressure. Questions. I am becoming the best version of myself. I am grateful for the amount for I am becoming. I words are not just sounds. They are words. And the words you speak to yourself first thing in the morning plant emotional seeds that will grow throughout your day. If you plant fear, doubt, or frustration, your day may be filled with stress. But if you plant love, power, and calm questions, you start to shape a completely different experience from within. Let me share something from real life. A young woman knows to begin her mornings in a rush. She would look in the mirror and instantly criticize herself. Her skin, questions, her flaws, she would open an email and start stressing about the workload. Bejeviencha, she was already exhausted, not physically but emotionally. On a day her mentor gave her a simple challenge. For the next 21 days, say 5 positive affirmations to yourself every morning, out loud in front of the mirror. Even if you don't feel like questions, even if you don't believe it yet. She thought it sounded silly, but she was desperate for hunger, so she agreed that she felt afgevaard. She barely whispered the words, that 5 she was speaking with more confidence. By 10 questions she started believing what she was saying, and by 21 she looked in the mirror and smiled. Genuinely, not because her life had suddenly become perfect. But because she had hanged hof she showed up for herself. Her inner voice, once filled with harshness, had turned into a soft-steady support. You see, questions. The most important conversations you'll ever have the honest you have with yourself. And sadly, for many of us, those conversations are filled with doubt, guilt, and negativity. We speak to ourselves in ways we would never speak to a friend. Post affirmations give us the opportunity to become our own friend, own coach, our own inner guide. Questions in a young learning how to walk. Every time they fall, you don't stall them, you hear them on. Become on. You can do it. I believe in you. Now ask yourself, when was the last time you spoke to yourself like that? Every morning. Questions. When you look in the mirror, you have a sacred opportunity to be your own entourage, even if yesterday was difficult, even if last week full of mistakes. Even if the future feels uncertain, today in this moment you can say, I am healing. Questions. I am learning, I am not my past. I am walking into a new day with new strengths. And let tell you, your subconscious mind is always listening. Questions. It does know the difference between what's real and what's repeated. So if you repeat fear, you'll feel fear. Questions. But if you repeat power, you'll feel power. As let us affirmations before games. Zeus use affirmations before meetings. Tions. Performers use affirmation before stepping on stage. And you can use affirmations before stepping into your day. Because your life is your stage, your mind is your playing field, and your words are your greatest tool. Make it a ritual, stand in front of the mirror, look into your own eyes, say your affirmations with conviction, live que you meantem, even if your voice trembles, even if your mind resist, and overcharges questions, you'll begin to notice something incredible. You'll hold your head a little higher. You'll walk into rooms with more presence, questions. You'll stop waiting for validation from the outside, because you will already given it to yourself. This is not arrogance, questions. It's remembering your value for the world tries to make you forget it. Because the world might not always be kind. Challenges will come, critics will speak, but when your inner voice is rooted in love, in strength, in truth, you become unshakable. Questions. So tomorrow morning and every morning, give yourself this gift, 5 minutes of affirmations. Say them, live them, beyond, because the most beautiful relationship you'll ever have is the one you have with your own soul. Talk to it with love, and what your life transform on a powerful morning at time. Your body is not just a vehicle to carry your mind around. It is your closest companion, the only place you will truly live for your entire life. It hears a very unspoken talk, it carries a very emotion, it responds to a very experience, and just like an sacred space questions. It deserves to be honored, especially in the morning, when it has just awakened hours of stillness. After a night's rest, questions. Your body is like a beautiful instrument that needs tuning. The strings are thick, the muscles are taut, the ends are stiff. But with a few gentle movements, a stretch, a walk, a slow roll of the neck, you begin to warm it up, awaken its rhythm, questions, and prepare it to flow in harmony throughout the day. You don't gym, you don't need equipment. You don't even need a workout routine. Questions. What you need is a simple moment of awareness, a 5 minutes to move your body with love and presence. Questions. Let's think about what happens in a typical morning. You wake up still half asleep and suddenly you're on the move. Brushing teeth. Questions. Getting ready, heading image of rushing into the day. No transition. No conversation with the body. Questions. It's like expecting your car to histokem / the moment you turn the key. But your body does walk that way. Questions. It deserves a slow start, a warm hello. A bogot morning that is just say to the wall but felt in your own skin. Movement is the language of the body. And just like a good relationship, communication matters. Questions. Imagine waking up and spending just 5 minutes doing the simplest task, raising your arms to desk, gently turning your neck from side to side, rolling your shoulders, stretching your spine, bending forward, touching your toes. Questions. Each movement does just activate your muscles. It tells your body, peimțare, let's flow together today. Imagine think outside for a short walk, even if it's just around your home or balcony. The fresh air fills your lungs. Questions. Delicts your skin, your feet of the airs. You are no longer just thinking about the day, you are embodying it. Meșarea stories. There was a man in his mid-40s who had built a successful career but struggled with constant fatigue. Questions. He would wake up each morning with a heavy body and heavier mind. Doctors found nothing wrong medically. Questions, yet the tiredness persisted. On a morning, his friend, a yoga teacher, gave him a suggestion. Before you open your laptop or headset phone, move your body. Just 5 minutes. Stretch, walk, brace. At first, hello get. Jones, that's too simple. My problems are more serious than that. A but desperate for hange, he treated. The first morning, question he stretched for 5 minutes. He felt no different. The second day, he had a short walk. By the end of the week, something shifted. His energy lifted, his mind was clearer, his body felt lighter. The heaviness was no longer controlling him, becau se hehatreconnected with his body. Movement, as small as it may seem, is a bridge between the mental and the physical. When your mind is reaching your body and hosts you, your emotions feel stuck, your body moves them. When you feel disconnected from the moment, your body brings you back through sensation. The problem is, questions, we trained ourselves to live in our heads, constantly thinking, planning, analyzing, worrying. Question one start that the body is a source of wisdom, peace and grounding. But when you move with intention, you come back home, into presence. And it does have to be complicated. Put on your favorite song in the morning and sway gently as you make your bed. Stand tall, raise your arms, and take a deep breath, feeling your spine extend and your chest open. Do a 5 yoga poses, questions, or simply sit on the floor and stretch like waking from a nap. Even standing up and rolling your wrists, ankles, questions, and shoulders can do wonders. These micro movements may look small, but they create a ripples of energy throughout your entire being. Questions, not about burning calories, it's about igniting life within your body. Some of the most beautiful people I ever met. Monks, questions, artists, elderly yogis, all have one thing in common. They move their body every single day, not out of pressure, but out of love. Not because they have to, but because they get to. Your body is your temple, your vessel, your silent supporter. It carries you even when you are tired. It fixes for you even when you don't notice. It deserves your attention, not just when it sits or in pain, but every single morning when it opens its eyes and says, questions, I'm ready for another day, is so tomorrow when you move. Not because you are supposed to, but because it feels good. Questions, because it's healing, because it's a way to say thank you. Move because movement is life. Questions. And when you start your day with that flowing through your body, you don't just survive the day, you dance through it. Questions. Every step, every breath becomes a reminder. I am present. I am ready. Questions. And it's the most beautiful way to begin.